Calls for the resignation of the national chairperson of the People's Democratic Party, Iyorchia Ayu, keep gaining momentum as some stakeholders are calling for him to step down. Apart from Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike, who has been vocal about the resignation of the national chairman, the Southwest arm of the party has joined the push for the resignation of Iyorchia Ayu, with former Deputy National Chairman of the PDP, Chief Bode, who said Ayu must leave immediately in the spirit of fairness. Another chieftain of the People's Democratic Party, PDP Kano chapter, Hashim Suleiman Dungurawa, has also called for the resignation of the national chairman of the party over his leadership style. Joining us on the show this morning, as calls for Iyorchia Ayu's resignation intensify, is Chief Bode, former Deputy National Chairman of the PDP. Good morning, sir. Welcome to the morning show.
Always a pleasure. Good morning.
Now, sir, you're one of those voices calling for the resignation of Iyorchia Ayu based on the word that he himself gave, which you insist must be his bond, that should a northern presidential candidate be produced after the PDP primaries, then he will step down. And you're insisting he keeps his word to the party. But there are other factors behind these calls for his resignation. Some cite his leadership style, some cite partiality. What exactly are your reasons beyond that statement or promise that he made to the party initially?
You know, I am not going to go into all the depths of whether he performed or he didn't perform. The most important thing is that there is this statement, this process we call inclusivity. Because right now, the South generally is out of the political equation of the PDP. That's all I'm talking about. I don't belong to Group A or Group B or C. I'm talking as an elder of the party. I'm talking as somebody who had been in the party since 1998, who listened to the concepts generated, planted by the elders, and we once my position is, if we are deviating from the norm, from the culture, then some of us who are still alive must be able to call to question and call them and tell them to remain steady on their course. Because what is good for the goose is good for the gander. Now, you want me to lead a team in the Southwest, to have that bravado, to go to the rostrum, to tell our people that you must vote for our party. Where is that sense of inclusiveness? And he knows that there are 6 top positions in the land, and those 6 top positions have been so distributed such that every zone will go home with one position or the other. Now, here we are today. When Ayu became chairman, he himself knew that, look, if the presidency comes from his own zone, it makes a lot of sense to say, okay, I will resign, so that the people out in the South will have a sense of inclusivity and be part of it. You know, our founding fathers looked at the area of our party formation as a human body. You know, the human body is incomplete with any part out of it. Your body, you have the head, you have the eyes, you have your mouth, you have your tongue, you have your hands, you have the main body, you have the legs. What you are saying now is that, you know, if the leg says, I don't want to be part of the body, can this still make a body? You know how difficult it is? Even the anus, where the excreta comes from, is so vital in a human body. So what we are saying, we need to go to our people, to reassure our people that, look, this is still a party that is national in its outlook. And it's not our fault. There was a time, you know, you could get away with a lot of things, like Muslim ticket, this and that. But the situation in Nigeria today doesn't beg for that. Doesn't beg for it. You know, so let's do it the way it should be done, so that you can bring that sense of oneness, that sense of belongingness to the people. That's I'm not talking about whether he did well or he didn't do well. He's done his best. You know, leave that to the pages of history. What we are doing is look at the structure. We are going back to talk to the people, to campaign to the people, to woo their hearts and minds. What do we tell them? How do we talk to them? I mean, you know, Nigeria today is not the Nigeria of 2015, 2019. No. When people refer to those ages, I say, listen, Nigeria today is different. Look at the insecurity in the land. Who is safe in Nigeria? Who is safe? We are even still looking at a united, indivisible body that will allow us to move and campaign at every corner of this nation. So who can guarantee that now? So if we have a divided house and we're going out to this battle, we will be defeated. And all I am saying is that, you know, the cloud of Armageddon is already hovering over this country. We must pray. We must work hard. We must remove this lack of cohesion amongst us, this unnecessary distrust on tribal lines. The camaraderie itself is destroyed. You can't guarantee any friendship. You can't guarantee anything anymore. So self-help is best help. We must get everybody in the party to have a sense of belonging. And it can be done. That's all.
Okay, Chief Bode George, sir. Now, yes. Where should the next chairman come from? Because many have also suggested, and you seem to have alluded to that, that since the other party, the major party, APC, has their presidential candidate from the Southwest, the chairman should come from the Southwest, the chairman of PDP, so that at least you can show somebody, your people, something that you have in the PDP. And we are
also coming home.
Yes, you alluded to it by saying that, how do you go to the rostrum and tell your people to vote for the PDP? Is that one of the reasons why you are canvassing for Ayu must go also? That the next chairman should come from the Southwest.
Right. Right. Now, you are saying where should he come from? I believe if you look at it rationally, without biases, he must come to the Southwest. Now, the vice presidential candidate has emerged from the South-South, right? Now, of all the three zones in the South, it is the Southwest that has not had a national chairmanship. So naturally, they should consult the leaders, consult the governors, consult everybody, consult along, the length and breadth. Because here in the Southwest, we have the personnel, we have experienced people, we have committed people, we have people who are respectable and responsible. We are never short of personnel here in the Southwest who have shown their mettle, on the field of politics. If they consult us, we put our heads together and we'll give them a responsible, respectable person who will make us proud and who will also be a value added to the hearts and minds of the people who are going to vote for us. You see, people said earlier, some arguments, people said, no, let's wait. We will do a proper convention. We will do this is an emergency. By the end of next month, we are heading back to the convention. Ideally, you would have had to have another convention. But the issues against having a convention now are so high. Because, number one, all those people will be coming from all corners of Nigeria to another national convention. Look at the insecurity in the land. But you have the opportunity that the structure of our party is such that once the national convention, which is the Supreme Court, people have quoted to me that, oh, why do you look at the Constitution? And I said, wait a minute. Our Constitution is not dead fixed.
Okay.
The convention has the authority to remove any clauses or add or subtract.
Okay.
And at the end of every convention, the concluding statement is that until the next convention, all powers are now vested at the National Executive Committee of the party, which means that next meeting is the next power to the convention. Because this is an emergency, this is something that's never happened before.
Okay, sir.
Therefore, you can say, okay, in the interim, let us appoint somebody who will act as chairman. Okay. So you would have brought that inclusivity to the table in the minds and hearts of a very vital part of the body of PDP in the Southwest.
Okay. I mean, thank you so much for the point.
It's not, yeah.
Okay. So thank you so much.
It's not an impossible thing to do.
Thank you so much for the point you made, as regards inclusivity, the fact that Iyorchia Ayu should, respect what he said before and all of that. But while saying that, you made some points. You said we have so much insecurity in the land. In the spirit of balance, a lot of people will say when the PDP too served, there was insecurity too in Nigeria. But you're speaking about the body in the Southwest, and I'm concerned about that. You said every part of the body is important, that the body is not whole. Is it that the body being not whole in the Southwest will affect you? And what is even happening in Lagos? Some people are saying you are supporting the likes of people that have gone to Labour Party and ADP, that even the PDP Lagos, that you have not held sway, in supporting the candidate that emerged. So what will you say to all of those allegations that, the body is not whole in PDP Lagos because...
when in this game, initially when I joined politics, I was a national student politician when I was in the university about 52, 53 years ago, right? I started my practice. Secondly, I was born into the family of the Herbert Macaulay, the first Nigerian politician in this country. There is a saying that as you go on your journey of life, it is not every dog that barks at you that you should throw stones out. Because if you continuously do that, you will never get to your destination. There's nobody who is perfect. You will always have, the hues and cry. People will disagree, some will agree, but the majority should be able to agree. Now, for me as a policy, for my background, and as a retired general, I know what is just, what is fair, what is equitable. That is where you will find me. Stories will fly. People will talk. But I don't want to. We have some disagreements within, but they are not unsurmountable. There are issues that we can sit around and resolve. There are some of the things that are also the handiwork of those who pick the ticket. The national got involved in something that is so local. What can you do if they call you the leader here, and then decisions are done behind you and superimposed on you, and you have to fall in line with it? Fortunately, this is not a military government. If it was a military, which I served meritoriously, I know what to do. But in a democratic, in a setting, you must consult. You must, you know, when you listen to one side, you listen to the other side. Don't make it look like as if it's your personal enterprise. If people come to you and lie to you there, the onus is to listen to the other before you take decision. I served at the National Secretariat for 10 years. That wasn't our own methodology. But now, they only listen to one side, take a decision, and we are now here within each state trying to now settle all the problems. Because we have a saying in my part of the world, there is no way you can know my house than me. And that is the flaws that we have found in the management style. But we have the capacity, we have the experienced people, we have the responsible, respectable people who will rise above such and prepare ourselves for the platform. The issue you are talking about somebody going to labor or not going to labor, do I have a right to tell anybody to go to any political party?
Yes,
I suffered indignity in this party. I didn't give up. I didn't throw it to the dustbin. I fought it and I stayed back because I believe in the cause of it. You know?
I'm sorry, sir.
We are not all the same.
Sir, because we're running out of time. I just wanted to ask you, are you one of those people with the capacity?
Yes.
Are you calling for Iyorchia Ayu's resignation because you have a personal interest in assuming the position of national chairman of the PDP yourself?
That's a very valid question, but it's very funny to me. You know how old I am now. You know how old Ayu is. Let me just summarize it in my local parlance. Olowa lomode o fakoyo, o wa nigiripa o dabira, o wa dogbo nkangi, o nseju pakopako bi akoka. Se degba ilaaro tarugbo nsunkun omo. What am I looking for now? I'm closer to 80 now than 70. So what am I looking for? To be running around? What? I have run my race. I have played my part. I am not looking for any political appointment, and I have said it, that by the end of next set of election, I am bowing out. So I can spend more time with my grandchildren and my children. I have run the race, I've done my best. But while I am still kicking, let justice be maintained. Let justice flow like a river. Let fairness be the upper chamber of our activities, and equity remains a very important part of our consideration. The tripod that stabilizes the democratic dispensation: number one pole, justice; number two pole, fairness; number three pole, equity. Once you have those three tripods, you will remain stable. So for me, what am I looking for? I'm saying this because I want our party to win. The cloud of Armageddon is hovering over Nigeria today. Who is safe when people can be boasting that they want to kidnap the president of our nation? Isn't that condemnable? What else are we going to do? We sit around and say, it doesn't concern me. What position am I looking for? Am I still just going to buy a car or get a house or do it? I have run my own race. 25 years in the military, 25 years in the politics. By next year I'll be 25. So 50 years out of my life I have dedicated to Nigeria. I want this system to work. I want us to be that indivisible Nigeria. Now, I saw the picture of the late Tafawa Balewa when he visited the United States in 1964. You could see the courage, you could see the respect, you can see the oneness by which he was received. Where is that giant of Africa today? I was born here, I went to school here, I didn't go to any Chicago or anything. I went to local school, I'm a lawyer here, Bode Grammar School, University of Lagos. Almost 52 years ago, I graduated. I worked my life here. So, I'm looking at the whole country just, ebbing away. It is mind-boggling. Look at the younger generation. It is a state of helplessness and a state of hopelessness. There's nothing you guarantee. No, every sector is in dire strait. We are already at the precipice. And we must all come back. We must come back.
Well, thank you, sir, if you can hear us.